Afternoon YouTube, thanks for tuning in and watching my latest video. Apologies it's took an extremely long time since the last one. Life has been really busy with the kids and work, as you all probably know and appreciate. But I found myself this afternoon with a bit of time to finally get on with this video, which I promised in my last one, which was doing some kind of product reviews on the equipment that I use on this Red Sea Reefer 170 and talk about some of the maintenance tips and filtration methods that I use on this tank. As we all know in this hobby, there's 101 ways of doing things. You go on the forums on the internet and people swear by other methods, but I'm going to show you kind of some of the simple ways that I do that keeps a relatively successful low cost, low maintenance reef tank. And I'm going to show you some of the equipment that I use, some of the maintenance, and just some of the products that I use. My aim with this tank is to keep everything, as most of us always do, low key, low maintenance and low cost. So I'll go into it now and I'll show you some of the equipment in the sump. So the heartbeat of any reef tank, in my opinion, is a skimmer. This is a Bubble Magus C 3.5. In the UK it retails between 80 and 100 quid depending on where you get it from. I got mine online from Complete Aquatics. I got it for kind of the lower end of the price range, for about 85 quid. I've had it now for a couple of years. It's a good skimmer. It's rated up to 300 litres, so obviously for a Red Sea Reefer 170 it's fine. Yeah, 80 to 90 quid, it's a lower end to middle standard skimmer. There's some skimmers out there for 300 or 400 quid made by Nios and Aquamedic, and I'm sure they skim a lot better. But for this one, it does what it does. I think for really optimal performance, you've got to wet skim, which I do, and obviously you get like a nice tea colour. I think if you try doing any kind of dry skimming, it doesn't really work on this skimmer. The skim just tends to kind of build up in the neck rather than come out through the actual container cup itself. But overall, a decent skimmer keeps the water clean enough. For what I want it for. Just while I'm on the skimmer, I thought I'd mention this product here, No-Pox. I'm sure we all know No-Pox. It's a form of carbamidocin. It's a product made by Red Sea. I've always used it, I swear by. I think it's a brilliant product. Very good for getting your nitrates down and your phosphates to a level. The reason I talk about it straight after my skimmer is because you do need a good skimmer to use this product. One, for kind of oxygenation of the tank, because No-Pox basically encourages bacteria to grow, which consume a lot of oxygen. And secondly, you need the skimmer, because it's a skimmer that actually takes out the phosphate bacteria that the No-Pox kind of promotes, really. So without the skimmer, you wouldn't see no phosphate reduction. So yeah, decent bottle size. That one there is like the biggest bottle that Red Sea do. They do like a bigger container type one, but that bottle will last me all year, and I'm currently dosed to between 2 and 3 mil a day, and that's keeping my nitrate below 1 part per million, which is obviously where I want it at the moment. The next product I have on this tank is a H2 Ocean reactor. This is something that I only actually recently added on the tank itself because of the phosphate. I was struggling to get phosphate down with the No-Pox. It was down about 1 part per million. But having that in the tank now with a bit of Rowaphos in there, running 24 hours a day, has got my phosphate down to about 0.02 to 0.03 parts per million, which is obviously where you want it in a reef tank. That is just powered by a small power pump there, rated for about 1,000 litres an hour, but obviously massively turned down with this kind of control tap here. So obviously I've got a nice gentle flow going through the Rowaphos. I've actually mixed it at the moment with a bit of carbon just to see, first of all, can you do it and does it make a difference? And as you can see, my tank is crystal clear, so I definitely think the carbon is worth doing. Return pump wise, just got a boring piece of equipment. It is just a Eheim 2000 plus, so about 2,000 litres an hour. Again, I don't think it's actually doing that. It's probably half. But again, for a tank this size, you're getting a turnover between 8 and 10 times an hour, which is obviously sufficient for a tank this size. And that's kind of it for equipment, really. Like I said, just the skimmer, the return pump, the small pump, just to run the reactor, and that's basically my filtration. Obviously incorporating the carbon dosing, that is what keeps my tank clean and healthy. I did as a constant use filter socks, but I did away with them mainly because they're just clogging up pretty much every 1 or 2 days, and I just kept like forgetting to kind of replace them and wash them all the time. So I actually did away with it completely, and I only put one in now once or twice a week, and I kind of stare the sand bed when doing like weekly maintenance, and I'll put a really like 100 micron one in there. Top up unit, as you see, it looks a little bit cloudy. That's because I dose Calquasa, so that leads me nicely on to kind of like, you know, my dosing and maintenance schedule, and kind of what I do to upkeep this tank is